Welcome to the lecture series on digital image processing. I am Dr. M.K. Vidya Lakshmi and today we will be learning about relationship between the pixels. So the lecture objectives are to know about neighbors of a pixel, adjacency, path and the connectivity. So before going into the relationship between the pixels, first we will understand how an image is represented as a matrix. So in this picture we could see a part of this grayscale image has been represented as a matrix. So this matrix contains rows and the columns which represents the spatial location of the pixel, and the values which is inside this matrix represents the intensity level or grayscale value of a particular pixel. So an image can be represented in the 2D form as a matrix with some values, rows and columns, and with the intensity values as the value of that particular pixel. So before learning about the neighbors of a pixel, let us take an image which is represented as a matrix. It contains pixels with its intensity values represented in the matrix form in the rows and columns. Now, if you take a particular pixel, say I am taking a pixel which is in the center of this matrix. So this is the reference pixel I am taking. To find the neighbors of a particular pixel at the center, then we have to check for its neighborhood. That is, we have to check for the proximities. So there are two kinds of proximities. One is 4 neighbors, another one is 8 neighbors. 4 neighbors of a pixel represents top, bottom, left and then right. So these pixels which are present horizontally or vertically, which is present to the neighbor of that particular pixel, is called as 4 neighbors of a pixel. So they are represented as N4 of P. So now let us consider the center pixel. It is represented as a reference pixel with values of X and Y. Now if we consider the right pixel, so this pixel is represented as X plus 1 comma Y. So it is present in the same row but in the different column. So it is represented as X plus 1 comma Y. Now let us consider the pixel on the left side. So let us represent this pixel with the values X minus 1 and Y. So the top pixel is represented as X comma Y plus 1 and the bottom pixel is represented as X comma Y minus 1. So the pixels which are present on the left side, right side, top and the bottom, all these pixels together they are called as 4 neighbors of a pixel. So they are represented with N4 of P. Now let us consider the second case in which we have 8 neighbors of a pixel. So let us take the same pixel on the center. So we already know that these are the 4 neighbors of this pixel. Now we have to consider the diagonal neighbors also. So the diagonal neighbors includes this 47, 49, 48 and 54. So these are represented as, so the 47 is represented as X plus 1 comma Y plus 1. 54 is represented as X minus 1 and Y plus 1. 49 is represented as X plus 1 and Y minus 1. And this 48 is represented as X minus 1 and Y minus 1. So all the 8 pixels which are surrounding the center pixel are represented as 8 neighbors of a pixel. So this is represented as N8 of P. Now let us consider the adjacency of the pixel. Adjacency refers to relationship between the pixels based on their spatial proximity and intensity values. It helps to determine how the pixels are connected, which is essential in tasks like segmentation, boundary detection and the region growing. So there are 3 types of adjacencies: foredjacency, 8 adjacency and m adjacency. So we'll see one by one. First we'll discuss about the 4 adjacency. The 4 adjacency represents, say let us consider a set V which contains the value of the gray levels which is used to define the adjacency. The 4 adjacency is defined like this. Whenever the two pixels P and Q with values from V are 4 adjacency, if A is in the set of N4 of P. So let us understand this 4 adjacency using a matrix. So let us consider a binary image. So the binary image contains ones and zeros only. So let us take the binary image and we are defining the value of V, which is the set of intensity values where we are going to find out the adjacency. So here the value of this set is 1 only. The intensity value which we are going to see is the 1. Now for our 4 adjacency, we have to take N4 of P, that is 4 neighbors of the pixel. Now let us consider this as the reference pixel P, which is marked in red. So then we have to consider the 4 neighbors of this particular pixel. Now let us take the 4 neighbors. So these are the 4 neighbors which are horizontal and vertical neighbors of this particular pixel. So we have to check whether the 4 neighbors belong to this particular set V. So now we consider this pixel. This is 1. So this value of 1 is present in the set V, which is also 1. So we can consider this as a adjacent pixel for this center pixel P. Now let us take this pixel 1. This is also present in the set 1. So we can take this one as a adjacent pixel. Similar case, we can take this for the adjacency. Now let us take this 4th neighbor as 0. So this 0, we cannot consider this value because this 0 is not present in the set V. So the intensity value 0 is not present in the set V. So we cannot consider this for the adjacency. So only we can include 1 on the left, right as well as on the top. The bottom pixel is not considered as adjacency to the center pixel P in this case. Now let us take the same 4 adjacency. In this case we have taken a grayscale image. So the grayscale image contains the intensities value, various intensity values, not only ones and zeros, it contains different gray level values. Now let us take the set V is equal to 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these are the intensity values which we are going to consider. So now we are taking 4 adjacency. So first we need to find out the 4 neighbors of this pixel. Then we have to check whether these 4 neighbors belong to this set. Now let us take this pixel. This pixel intensity is 2. So we have to check whether this 2 is present in the set V. Yes, so 2 is present in the set V. So we can take this for the adjacency. Now let us consider this pixel 3. So 3 is also present in the set V. So we can take this one also for the adjacency. Now let us consider the pixel 4. So this pixel 4, this pixel contains the intensity value 4. So this is also present in the set V. So we can consider this for the adjacency. Now let us consider this 12. This 12 is one of the 4 neighbors, but the value of 12 is not present in the set V. So we cannot consider this for adjacency. Only the top, bottom and the left one are considered for this adjacencies and not this right pixel, because this value is not included in this set V. So the thing is, first we have to check the 4 neighbors and we have to check the values of the intensity level, whether the pixel is having the intensity value which is represented in the set V. Now let us understand 8 adjacency. So 8 adjacency, Similarly, first we have to represent the V value, which is the set of gray level values used to define the adjacency. So 8 adjacency is defined as whenever we have a 2 pixels P and Q with values from V or 8 adjacency if A is in the set N8 of P. That is, we have to consider the 8 neighbors and we have to check the values for the intensity levels in the set V. Now let us consider a binary image. So the binary image, we have zeros and ones and the set value which we have defined is 1. Now we have to check for the 8 neighbors of the pixel P. Now let's take this pixel as P, which is marked in red as P as a reference value. Now we are going to check the 8 neighbors. So the 8 neighbors includes top, bottom, left, right as well as the diagonal elements. So all the 8 pixels surrounding the center pixel are considered as the 8 neighbors of this pixel P. Now we have to check for each and every intensity values. So now let's take this first pixel. This pixel 1 is present in the set V. So we can take this as a for the adjacency. Now let us consider the next pixel. So this can also be considered for the adjacency. And this also can be considered for the adjacency. Similarly, this can also be considered for the adjacency. Now let us take these zeros. So we cannot consider this 0 because this 0 is not present in the set V. So we cannot consider these values for the adjacency, 8 adjacency. Though these zeros are belonging to the 8 neighbors, this value of intensity is not present in the set V. So we cannot consider for adjacency. Now let us consider the same example with a grayscale image. We take the pixel P on the center. We mark all the 8 pixels. Then we have to check for the intensity values whether this value is present in the set V. So if we consider this one, then 1 is present in the set. So we can take this for the adjacency. 3 is also present in this. We can take this for adjacency. Again 1 is present in the set V. 2 is present in set V. 3 is present in set V. 4 is present in set V. Now all these things can be considered for the adjacency. Now let us take 12 and 13. This 12 and 13 cannot be considered for adjacency because this 12 and 30 is not present in the set V. So we cannot take this for the adjacency. So we can take only 1, 2, 3, 3, 1 and 4. This 12 and 13 cannot be considered for adjacencies. Now let us understand the next case, which is called as mixed adjacency, or we can call as M adjacency. So here also we have to take the set V to represent the gray values used to define the adjacency. The mixed adjacency is defined with the 2 conditions. Whenever we have the 2 pixels P and Q, the values from the V are M adjacency if it satisfies the 2 conditions. The first condition is Q is in the set N4 of P. The second condition is Q is in diagonal of P and set N4 of P intersection N4 of Q has no pixel whose values are from V. So let us understand this one using an example. So in this mixed adjacency, let us take a binary image. So this is a given image. Let us consider the center pixel P. The given value of V is 1. Now we take the first 4 pixels. This is 0, 0, 1 and 1. So let's take this 4. Now we have to check whether this 1 is belonging to the set V. Yes, of course it is belonging to set V, so we can consider this for adjacency. Next we'll check for the bottom pixel. It is also 1. So this is also present in the set V, so we can consider this for adjacency. And let us take the top pixel 0. So this 0 is not present in the set V, so we cannot consider this one for the adjacency. Again 0 here is not taken for the adjacency. Now the first condition is over. We have checked all the 4 neighbors. The second condition, we have to check for the diagonal values. So we have to check the diagonal and the condition n4 of P intersection n4 of Q should be a null value. Now let us take this pixel. Let us take this one. Let us take this pixel 1. So in this case, this center pixel can be connected with this one diagonally. So we can take this and connect it with diagonally. We have to also check whether any horizontal or vertical relations with this pixel is possible with this. Say for example, so the horizontal of this one is 0. Sorry, vertical of this one is 0. So we can though it is a neighbor, it cannot be considered as adjacency. So we cannot have a relationship between these two. So now for this one, we cannot have a connection with this also. And similarly, we cannot have a connection with this also. The only possible thing is it can be connected vertically with this. So we can include this one for the adjacency. So this is also possible. Now let us take this as 1. This one, which is a diagonal of this center pixel P. For this diagonal element, so we have to consider whether this pixel has been connected either with horizontally or vertically of its neighbors. So in this case, horizontally is not possible, but vertically we can connect this one with this one, right? So as per this condition, n4 of P intersection n4 of Q should be null. So which means this pixel should not have a common connection with the pixel P as well as this pixel Q. So in this one, we cannot consider this diagonal pixel. So it has a relationship with the neighboring pixel using a vertical relationship. So this pixel cannot be connected with the diagonal element. So simply we can say for M adjacency, we have to go for horizontal or vertical relationship is preferred more than the diagonal relationship. Okay, so horizontal or vertical has more preference than the diagonal. So these are the two conditions to be satisfied to get the M adjacency. So in this case, this one cannot be considered for the M adjacency with this pixel. So we can have a vertical relationship between these two, but not the M adjacency with the diagonal element P. Now let us consider the same thing using a grayscale image. So in the grayscale image, we have the set values equal to 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the same condition, first we have to check for the 4 neighbors. So in this 4 neighbors, we have to check for the gray values. So 3 is in this set, so we can go for this adjacency. 4 is also considered. But this 12 and 13, which is not in the set V, cannot be considered for the adjacency with this center pixel. Next, we have to check for the diagonal. So let us consider this diagonal elements 3. So if you check this one, we cannot directly have a horizontal relationship between 12 and 3 because this 12 is not present in the set. So we cannot have this one, and 13 is also vertically there is no relationship. But we can have a diagonal relationship between this 1 and 3. So M adjacency we can have this. This 12 and 13 cannot be done. Now if we consider this 1, so in this case it can have a relation with the 3, but it cannot have the relation with the M adjacency because it doesn't satisfy this condition. This N4 of P intersection N4 of Q is equal to null. So this is not satisfying this condition. So we cannot consider this one for M adjacency with this pixel P. Now let us consider the path. What is a path? A path is a sequence of adjacent pixels that connects two given pixels. Now let us say we have two pixels P and Q, and these two pixels are 2 points in an image, and if we are going to create a path, then a path is nothing but a sequence of pixels. It is a sequence of pixels. The sequence of pixels contains P0, P1, P2 up to Pn. So all these pixels together, they are called as path. So the P0 represents the starting pixel and this Pn represents the ending pixel. Let us understand this path using a example. Now let us take this image matrix. This is your P and the destination is Q here. The set value is here is V is equal to 1. Now we are going to start here and end here. We have to check for 4 paths. That is, we have to check for N4 of P. That is, the 4 neighbors of a pixel. 4 neighbors means whether we can go horizontally or vertically and not diagonally. So now let us start with this pixel P. So in this one we have two options whether we can go vertically or horizontally. First we will check for the condition vertically. Now if you go to this pixel 1, from this pixel we can either have to move horizontally or vertically. So horizontally there is no connection because the values are zeros. The horizontal and vertical there is no values for 1. So we have to check for 1 only and then only move to the next pixel. So in this case we don't have any ones in the either in the horizontal direction or in the vertical direction. So we cannot move further. So only possibility is diagonal. The diagonal cannot be considered now because we are taking only 4 paths. So we have to take only horizontally or vertically. Now this path is not going further, so we will drop this one. Then we have to check for the horizontal direction. So for the horizontal direction, if you move across, it goes to this pixel 1. So after this one, either we can move towards vertical or horizontal. So vertically there is 0 only, so we will go for the horizontal. Then again we have to check for vertical as well as horizontal. No vertical direction, so we will go for the horizontal. Then we will go for the vertical. There is no horizontal, so we will go for the vertical. Again we will go for the vertical. Again we will go for the vertical. Then we will reach the Q. So the path for this one is path 1 between P to Q is represented as 1, 1. So we exclude this P. So we will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So it takes 7 pixel distances to reach from P to Q using 4 paths. Now let us consider the same example with 8 paths. We take the same pixel P. Now we have the options either to go horizontally and vertically. As we have seen the 4 path, we can go like this. So the path 1 will be seven. So the minimum distance is 7. So sorry, the distance is 7 in this case for the path 1, which we consider for the horizontal and verticals. Now let us take the vertical path first. So if you move from here to this V, to this one. So in this case, the vertical and horizontals are zeros, but we can go to the diagonal. This diagonal is allowed because we are following an 8 path. So we can go diagonally and go to this pixel. So in this pixel, we can move towards the vertical. So when you reach this pixel, we can either move vertically or we can move diagonally. There are two paths available. One is vertical, another one is diagonal. Now, if you take this diagonal path and if you reach this one, the next path is, it will reach Q. So the distance is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So path 2 will be, it is 6. Now let us take this path. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let us consider the same example for 8 path. So let's take the starting pixel as P, ending pixel as Q and V as 1. So when we consider this pixel, we can either move horizontally or vertically. So horizontal direction, we have already seen, we can move like this. So the path 1 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So path 1 will be 1, so next one, let us consider another path. So let us take this vertical path. So if we move towards this pixel, from this pixel we can move horizontally or vertically. Horizontally we cannot move because all are zeros, and vertically also there is no possibility, but we can move towards a diagonal. This is possible because we are considering the 8 path. So diagonal we can move, and after this one we can move towards vertical. Then here we have two options, either to go diagonally or towards vertical. So we'll explore these two paths as two different paths. So now let us explore the diagonal path and we'll calculate the path distance. So now let us take this as path 2. This path 2 contains 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the total distance is 5. Now let us take the path 3. The path 3 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be 6. So the minimum distance, this path 2. So when we consider this diagonal, so we can consider this one, and this is the minimum path. Now let us consider the M path. So it is called as a mixed path. So let us take this pixel P as a starting pixel and Q as a ending pixel. Let's take this value V as 1. So as usual, we have already seen the 4 path. So this will be the path 1 will be 7. Now let us take this one. So in the M path, we have to consider only horizontal and vertical is preferred than diagonal. So which means, so whenever we have a horizontal or vertical direction, when there is a possibility, we have to prefer only to this and not the diagonal. So let us see this one through this example. Now if we move towards this pixel, so here there is no movement for the further movement because all the horizontal and vertical will be zeros. But we can move diagonally. Diagonally we can move. So after diagonal, again we can move towards vertical. And for this pixel, we have two options. We can either move towards diagonal or horizontal. Since the horizontal or vertical movement only is possible in this path, so we can consider only the adjacency, 4 adjacency only. We have to give preference to the 4 adjacency and not the diagonal 8 adjacency. So this condition, we have to remember this condition, horizontal or vertical is preferred more than the diagonal. So in this case, this diagonal is not preferred. So we can move to this pixel only through the 4 adjacent pixel. So the path 2 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So it will be 6. So when we don't calculate this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So if we exclude this one, it will be 6. So the shortest path is the 6. Next we'll see about the connected components. The connected components is a set of pixels in the image such that all the pixels have the same value. That is if there is a path between any two pixels in a set. So let us understand this connected pixel using this image. So here we are having ones, so we have to take the set as 1. We have to consider only ones and we have to check for neighborhood. So now let us consider the neighborhood as n4 of p. Now let's start with this pixel. So the neighbor of this one is the vertical neighbor. Then we can consider the horizontal neighbor of this, horizontal neighbor of this. So all these things can be said that these things are connected together. So we cannot find another connected component with this particular component because all the other values are zeros. Surrounding these pixels, other values are zero, so we cannot go for further connections. So this is considered as one connected component. Now let us take this one. So this is can be connected horizontally, vertically, horizontally and vertically. And similarly here also vertically and horizontally. I am not considering the diagonal because I am taking only the n4 of p. Now this is another connected component. and again this is another connected component. So there are totally 3 connected components. So by this way we can find out what is this connected component. So connected components are having the same pixel values and they are connected either by means of 4 adjacency or 8 adjacency or m adjacency. In this example I have taken a 4 adjacency and I have shown what is meant by a connected component. Thank you.